So in this video we've got two replays in the Tech Tree Tier 7 Tiger 1. This is the game, first class game, and then the next one is the first mark game. So Rong Himmelsdorf, going to the sort of banana roads. And yeah, it's the Tiger 1, so probably a lot of people have got this on their list to grind to or have ground already. It's a classic. It was the tank I was after when I first started the game as well. Didn't disappoint really, to be honest. As long as you use the armour properly, it's a really good tank. It's quite bad stock, but I think most tanks are. Got KV2 up there, which isn't good. Just going for the weak spots of the Oni. Got loaded the premium up, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a really good tank. Definitely worth grinding for. It's a fun tank as well. It's quite a sort of a support heavy. You don't really want to be brawling in it. I think a lot of people know the Tiger 1's weak point is sort of the lower plate. It's quite big as well. Doesn't really have too much turret armour as well, so yeah, you don't really want to be brawling. In this position, I'm angled nicely. It feels like I could have a chance of ricocheting. Showing my front armour as well, just angled to help, but now the team's just pushing forward. So I'm thinking with them pushing forward like that, there's probably not a lot of damage that'll be left over for me if I followed. So just weaving, because I notice there's a TD on the hill and I'm being targeted, so I'm expecting a shot in at any point. Just want to get around this corner, get the shot in, unfortunately, but we'll get out of there. Got this KV2, it looks like it's got the big gun. So yeah, we just want to get here. The people on the hill, I know they've got shots down, so don't really want to stay there too long. Got the artillery, of course. I'm going to focus the artillery and shut it down. Not too sure if that was a one shot or someone else here simultaneously. But we've got the IS here. Again, angled quite nicely, I feel. And yeah, just track damage on that shot. So aiming for the side of the turret, and the shot goes through. Still got the premium loaded. Got the KV2, quite a big hit from the KV2, but now the friendly KV2 has gone round, or the Dreadnought. Not too sure what it did there, but yeah, get rid of the KV2. We're in 10-5 now, so it's been quite a short, sharp game. The light tank, I feel like it's probably gone over the hill and its allies are probably following it down, so I'm coming back to the base. There's enough allies going towards their base to mop anyone up. I feel like our base is being a little bit neglected, so I just want to see if I've got a shot here. I've got time to take a shot, get one in, a nice little pixel snipe. The gun is good on this. This is fully upgraded. I would probably recommend sort of using boosters to get up to the sort of the fully upgraded state, and then take the boosters off, because it is an enjoyable tank. Don't usually play heavies, but this is a type of heavy I quite like. Got the T-34 here, angled nicely there, so no chance of going through. Still feel like I'm getting shot from behind, and sure enough. So at this point I'm wondering what to do. If I poke that road again, it's just going to shoot at me. But at this point I'm thinking that I just need to go. It's still up there, but we've got the T-34 going back to their base. We've got the enemy light is defending their base, and now it's not looking so good. We're only up by 2. It looks like a couple of heavies are going up towards the hill, so I'm thinking that they're going to put pressure on that TD up there. Artillery, I think it took a blind shot at me. And we've got the Rover, which is a really strong tier 6 light tank. Really strong. Very fun tank to play. So I just want to go down the banana road. I feel like with artillery taking a blind shot at me like that, it probably would just try and blind fire me. So just trying to stay safe. The Rover's The Rover did me a favour. It drove straight. It did fine. I think I bounced, so just weave. You know, driving in a straight line, you might think you're going fast, but as you can see the angle there, I could just sort of lead it and just shut it down. But the TD after the top, that goes down, so I'm thinking where the artillery fired from, I'm thinking it's over in this corner. Ally thinks the same. I think that's probably where it is. So yeah, just on getting the last artillery now, and there it is. It's just fired, so I feel very confident just to come up here, put a big shot into it. Teammate gets the kill, but I put most of the damage in, which is what I usually aim for. So yeah, victory, MVP on that one. It's a really good tank. It's definitely worth grinding. Yeah, first class on that one. Steel wall. If you angle the hole correctly, you can get lots of deflection. So yeah, you've got a steel wall on that one. And yeah, just 3,200 damage. So yeah, really good game. Nice first class game. And then the next replay is the actual first mark of excellence game, which was on Cliff. So for this one, I usually go sort of around the eastern flank, around the hill. I think in a tank like this, I think that's definitely the play to do. I don't think I'm fast enough really to sort of go down the 1-2 line and get an aggressive position up there. And I don't think I'd be much use brawling if I tried to go up sort of the slope at D4. So I'm thinking just going around the hill, as I usually do, to be honest, on Cliff. Any tank apart from TDs, I just won't focus the 1-2 line. I think a lot of players do, but even lights, unless you're in a really fast line, quite top tier, I usually always go towards the lighthouse or around this area. Don't really have too much support. I've got a medium going up towards the lighthouse. I've got a light tank coming around, which is you know, that's fine. As I've done it very occasionally, just to spot people out. What you can do is when you spot them, that can make them sort of delay as to, you know, if they want to push or not. But the light tank doesn't really seem to be taking advantage of the situation. You can push down sort of H9 and go up on one of those ridges, but now with me taking hits like that, the light tank's decided it's going to move. Get ammo racked, repair the ammo rack. Now I'm getting fire support from behind. I don't want to push too far around this corner, purely because artillery, and secondly, I want them to move towards me one by one. They seem to be doing it one by one. So I don't really want to go around the corner and get hit. I've noticed there's a dreadnought, that's why I'm backing off. I want the dreadnought shot to be as difficult as possible for it. It's just fine, so I feel like a little bit confident that I can come in, shut the T-3485AM down. I feel like the medium is just taking too much damage for me, so I do just want to poke around, but I feel that the dreadnought's probably reloaded by now. Go for the cupola and get the shot in. The dreadnought's here. It's probably hard aiming now here, but now my ally's getting shots into it. It's just fired and taken my ally down, unfortunately. Yeah, I did push up thinking it was taking too many shots for me, but unfortunately I think it got tracked a couple of times as well. The T-150 is pushing around quite aggressively. The dreadnought derps its shot, thankfully. Aiming for the engine deck, damage the engine, but I'm looking to start a fire in it. Pull it down to a one shot though, which is good. It's moving forward, but yep, I give the Tiger P a good shot. I think the dreadnought was fully focused on me. Just didn't see the Tiger P behind. Feel like I can reload this one, and I do. The T-3485 is behind. Unfortunately, ricochet. just loaded the standard back up again, but yeah, not too sure where that shot went. It's now poked out enough that I can see the cupola, so try the cupola shot but accidentally hit the gun mantle. We spot a medium up just behind it, and we're losing 11-3. So unfortunately, it happens sometimes on cliff that the enemy team do make a successful push down the 1-2 line. Most of your team will camp there and hide behind buildings because they're scared of getting hit. And then this can happen where you kind of made a good push and you're just isolated really. Shut down the 40 TP, but expecting a shot from behind, and sure enough, there it is. But 2,400 and a couple of hundred assisted was enough to get the first mark. The Tiger One obviously it's a really historic tank. I'm sure a lot of people know about the Tiger One, so it's definitely worth grinding in that perspective if you're interested in your historical tanks. It's strong. It's not the strongest Tiger. The Tiger 131, that is the strongest Tiger. You've got the Citadel and the 217 at tier 6, but obviously they're tier 6s. They play slightly differently. Their guns just feel slightly more derpy, but that was enough for the first mark. Tiger One, really good tank, definitely worth grinding. It's a nice heavy line as well. The tanks leading up to it aren't too bad either. So yeah, Tiger One definitely worth grinding.